Support Wrestle Talk!
Donate on Patreon. We've got new tag team champions. Vince McMahon returns to WWE and then seemingly shoots on CM Punk. I'm Ollie Davis and this is the 12th of September 2017 edition of the Kevin Owens Show in about 4 minutes. Kevin Owens opened the show announcing he's suing everyone in WWE for Shane McMahon attacking him last week. Once in control, he'll shut down SmackDown and start the Kevin Owens Show, immediately firing Sami Zayn and cancelling Fashion Files. It's a mouth-watering concept I wish they'd actually do. KO running SmackDown has so much dramatic and comedic potential. See my fantasy booking warfare from last Saturday for how I would do it. The heel shenanigans continued when Shane McMahon's music hit, only to reveal Dolph Ziggler trying out a new entrance. Both men gloating together at the crowd's expense made for some great heel posturing. Daniel Bryan announcing Vince later on set up a fun narrative thread for the show, with KO walking around backstage telling everyone how he's taking over SmackDown, wishing Sami Zayn luck on the indies because he's getting fired first, and auditioning Aiden English to sing the Kevin Owens Show theme tune. Hopefully, if KO does get control of SmackDown, he'll give championship matches more time. Last week built this episode almost like a mini pay-per-view, with 3 title bouts, but 2 of them failed to deliver. AJ Styles and Ty Dillinger had a decent match for the 7 minutes they had, half of which was taken up by a commercial break, but I expected a lot more from WWE. The US Title Open Challenge is the perfect gimmick to get underutilized talent like Ty over, but they need TV time at least twice as long as this to do that. Baron Corbin's distraction set up the Lone Wolf as next week's US title challenger. Not able to accuse Shinsuke Nakamura of being American, Jinder Mahal tried his hand at comedy, showing pictures of Shinsuke on the Titantron and pointing out how constipated he looks. It was immature stuff, actually made quite funny by the over-the-top reactions of the Singh brothers. Jinder still managed to turn this into a promo against the US though, because, you know, America! The New Day and Usos had an incredibly fast-paced street fight for the tag team titles, with kendo sticks, chairs, a table, but unfortunately 0 denim. It wasn't as good as their terrific SummerSlam encounter, but these 2 teams are still keeping their rivalry at boiling point. Boiling Point. That'll probably be a pay-per-view name soon. And with the New Day, your 2-time SmackDown Tag Team Champions, the feud seems set to continue. If they keep up with this level of match quality, that's totally fine. The following Women's Championship match, however, was horribly shortchanged. A bout first announced 2 weeks ago getting just 5 minutes of TV time. Carmella and James Ellsworth attempted to get involved, but Naomi took them both out. The briefcase is still in play. Dolph Ziggler should have just been featured in his opening segment cameo. His entrance parodies of Bayley and Ultimate Warrior later on were well delivered, especially when he kicked a wacky waving inflatable arm flailing tube man. What a heel. But this is invaluable time that should have gone to AJ versus Dillinger. In a match that was rightfully quick for a change, to get over their new tag team partnership, Shelton Benjamin and Chad Gable beat the Hype Bros, despite Gable's arms being too short to tag in. Zack Ryder's arm was also too short when he failed to partake in the post-match handshake, reminding us all that several months ago he started turning heel. Long-term booking at its worst. The main event saw Vince McMahon return to WWE TV after a 4-year absence. He played the babyface, confronting Owens in the ring about his lawsuit. Don't you know how many court battles Vince has won, Kevin? Even if you're in the right, Vince is a billionaire, and his legal team can drag proceedings out for years. By the end of it, the only B next to Kevin's name will be bankrupt. Typical babyface words. The sudden "I've got so much money" heel monologue jarred with the defending my family shtick he began with, and came off as a not-so-subtle shoot on WWE Dr. Chris Amann's defamation lawsuit against CM Punk, which Punk and Colt Cabana are reportedly feeling the financial strain over. Vince then made a Shane vs. Owens Hell in a Cell match, which KO would only agree to if he had the chairman's word that he wouldn't be fired if he attacked a McMahon. Hinting he isn't actually that good at legal wordings, Vince agreed, effectively giving Owens permission to deliver a stiff headbutt, busting open his 72-year-old World boss hard way. A super kick and bullfrog splash followed, KO brilliantly selling both rage and apprehension at the same time. And for added realism points, Stephanie McMahon stared down Owens as she went to help her dad. So that was this week's SmackDown Live in about 4 minutes. Here's the usual ratings recap from top to bottom. Smack damn, smacktastic, smack bang in the middle, Ellsworthy, and where are the fashion police? I'll reveal my score very shortly, but first vote in the poll above my head to give yours. I'll announce the results in tomorrow's Wrestle Talk news. Given how this episode was built up like a mini pay-per-view in Las Vegas, the majority of the title matches failed to deliver. But the night-long storyline of KO suing WWE and the incredible closing angle of him beating down Vince made this one of the more memorable SmackDown episodes in months. The last person Vince took a bump for was Roman Reigns. Management are rightfully very high on Kevin Owens. This week's SmackDown is smacktastic. Roman Reigns buries himself. And what are the plans for a major WWE debut? Click the videos to the left to learn more, press subscribe, and support Wrestle Talk on Patreon. I've been Ollie Davis, and that was wrestling.